if you are new here, welcome back. If you have been here before, I am Freya. This is Budgie Budget, and today we're doing some cash stuffing, you guys. Where's cash stuffing? Week 4 of July, I think it is. It's a pretty small one today, mostly because I've already spent some of the money. But before we get started, let's unstuff. I think there's only one in this binder, which is gas. So we're taking 130 out of gas today. Because I am sorry guys, the lights are on, so it's going to be a little bit glary from time to time, but it is a dark and very miserable day in Melbourne today. It is so cold, and it looks like it's going to rain a lot. I don't know if it actually will, but it's certainly giving that impression. Now out of here we're taking 180, so 150, 60, 70 and 80. So that was for lunch for my granddad. So we've got 200, 300, 320, 325 left in family fun. So yeah, it was lovely. We went to this really lovely place in Monbulk, which is at the bottom of the Dandenong Ranges, for those of you who are in Victoria and know anything about places in Victoria. It was this really sweet little restaurant. It was like, it looked like a grandma's house. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. Like, everything was like florals and really old fashioned looking, but so I was kind of like, oh my goodness, I don't know. Like, it looks very old, but the food, you guys, holy moly, it was so good. And because we'd booked like for a big party, because my family's quite large, there was, I can't remember how many of us there were now, but more than 20, and like half of my family weren't there because they couldn't make it. But so they had like cap price dining for us, so it was $30 for a main and $10 for dessert. You guys, I had like roast fillet of beef, and it was like, I couldn't believe for $30 it was so much food, and it was so delish. And they did kids size portions of the meals for $10. It was such a bargain. Like, I just and it was such yummy food. The desserts were huge and so yummy. So that actually wound up being a really good day. And I think my granddad had a really good day. So he turned 90 on Sunday, which is pretty incredible, really, isn't it? Yeah, so it was good. It was nice for everyone to be able to get together. Hair, I am unstuffing 30 because I bought some hair products. Beauty, I am unstuffing 40, so there's only 5 left in there. I got a, it's called an Ugly Bits stick, which completely cracked me up, but it's just like a magnesium roller stick thing, which is supposed to be really good for like pigmentation and like, I don't know, other little bumps and stuff that you want to try and get rid of. So I'm going to give that a go. I'll let you know if you're interested whether it's any good. I am taking 30 out of date, so I'll take out that 50, put in a 20. Hubby and I, there's 45 left in there. Hubby and I treated ourselves to Grilled on Monday, because Grilled is a burger place here. Any of you from Australia will be familiar, I'm sure. And they do, if you're a member with them, they do footy tipping. So if you select your favourite team at the start of the footy season, and then every time your team wins, you get a free burger from them the following Monday, as long as you buy, I think you have to spend $20 and then you get a free burger. So we went in and had lunch because, yeah, we only had to pay for one of us. So that was kind of awesome. And then the only other thing being unstuffed is school. I'm taking $20 out of there. That is actually because my daughter has changed this term. She normally does tennis at school, little ducky, but she wanted to try dance this term, so I've signed her up for that, but it was a little bit more expensive for tennis, so I didn't have that money put aside, so I've just taken it out of general school expenses for the time being. So let's see how much we have unstuffed. $20, $30, okay. So we are taking out today, oh my goodness, what am I doing? 100, 200, 250, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 410, 420, $430. I'll just pop that off to the side. So yeah, the bulk of that was for lunch for my granddad and also for our gas bill, because gas is so crazy expensive at the moment. And yeah, we're using it quite a bit because of the heater, although yeah, we're not actually using it that much, but still it's enough to make a dent in the budget, isn't it? So we are cash stuffing today: 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 330, $340. So yeah, it should have been, whoopsie daisies, it should have been much more than that. But I'm not really stuffing gas and electricity anymore. So because I'm paying for them weekly through this fancy little app that I've got now, to keep on top of it, I'm only stuffing if there was anything left over, basically, from what I've put in that week. So for this week, for example, there's nothing left over in gas. Like, I've stuffed that whole $50 that I would normally put aside for the week. That's all gone, so I'm not stuffing anything in there. But yeah, anyways, how are you all going? I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Are you all as exhausted as I am after the return to school? Because I feel like this has been the longest week in the history of weeks. And I am very tired. Well, yeah, I'm sure we'll get back into the swing of things. It's just taking me a little bit. Everyone slept in this morning, so we were all a little bit rushed to get to school. So electricity is getting 10, so that was 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 250 in there, and that is all paid up currently. Gas just has its lonely little 20 left in there, and I'm not stuffing anything this week, but I will put a bit extra in there from our golden paycheck. Although, I don't know, part of me feels like I should just take some money out of electricity. We'll see. Water is getting 20, so that has 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 in there. I'm excited for golden paycheck coming next week. That'll be nice. Phones is getting 60, so we'll put the 50 there and then a 10. And if I can find the right Sharpie, we'll color that off. So we've got one for here. Oops, that was a bit messy, wasn't it? And one for here. Okay. So we've got 500, 600, 650, mind blank, 670, 680, 690, and 700 in there. Beautiful. Subscriptions is just getting 15. So we can just color off the last one of this, which is great. So that means YNAB's fully funded. And I'm just going to do half because I only put a 5 in there of Woolies. I don't think I'm going to renew Guava, so I'm just leaving it for now. So this has 200, 220, 230, 235 now in subscriptions. Excellent. I might leave it there actually, so a bit more space. Insurance is getting a 20. And what are we, orange? I'll have to give this one an extra 10 at some point to catch up those little halves. So insurance now has, this is car insurance, 200, 400, 420, 440, 450, which is great. So we're nearly halfway there, and this is due in February. Registration today is getting 15. So this one now has 200, 300, 320, 340, 350, 360, 370, 375. That is also due in February, so we've got plenty of time. Car maintenance is just getting a 10 this week. Try and get that really dry. This one seems to be a bit of a sticky one. So that has 20, 40 and 50 in there now. I do have to boost this one up with the golden paycheck as well. Sadly, I really don't want to. License is getting skipped. Buffer is getting skipped. Medical is getting 25. It's actually really great. You guys, I had to go and see my doctor just for my routine prescriptions and everything. It was so funny. I went in to see him for my routine prescriptions and everything. But I've walked out with a potential new chronic illness diagnosis. I don't even know how these things happen, you guys. Here's the best. Like he's only been my doctor for about 6 months, and he has uncovered and helped me more than any of my previous doctors have for like the last 20 years. He's so helpful. Yeah, so, but he also signed me up to like a chronic patient care plan, which means that I can have a bulk billed doctor's appointment once every 3 months, which is phenomenal. So I'm so happy with that. So I have been to the doctors, but I don't actually have to pay for it, which is amazing. So in here we have 200, 300, 400, 420, 440, 460, 470, 480, 490 in there. I will cap this. I'm still deciding at what amount. I think either $800 or $1,000. I think I'll cap that out, and then hopefully we can contribute some more money to other places. Dental is also getting 25. You guys, I still haven't called to make my next appointment because I'm a big chicken. So 550 in there, 570, 590, 600, 610 in dental. I'm just a big wuss. I'm so nervous about going back. I think because the last tooth was not a great experience and it's still painful sometimes, so I'm a bit nervous about the next tooth she has to do is on the other side, and if that one doesn't go well either, then I'm not really going to be able to eat very well. Optical got 5, so that has 20, 25 and 30, which means we can colour another eye. So part of this new diagnosis is actually an issue with my eyes, so I'm going to have to go in and get my eyes checked. I am due for a bulk bill eye test anyway, which is good, but I don't really feel like I need new glasses. So sorry you guys, I'm all over the shop today. I'm in a lot of pain today. My hip is doing something bizarre. I don't know if it's slightly dislocated or what, but it is causing me no end of grief, so I'm finding it really hard to concentrate while I'm talking. I do apologize. Yeah, so I get like blurry vision and really dry eyes and things like that. So, but the blurry vision isn't an issue with my glasses. It's just something that comes and goes. Doesn't matter if I'm wearing my glasses or not. Doesn't matter if I'm like watching telly, reading, you know, going out for a walk, whatever. It's just an issue. And I thought it was something to do with one of my other many issues, but apparently it's not. So yeah, I do have to go. Apparently they have to like put dye in your eyes, you know, that weird neon dye, and it makes your pupils go massive. So it looks like you're on drugs. So that'll be fun. But also they have to put like a piece of absorbent paper on your eyeball to check the like wetness of your eye. That sounds so gross. And that's kind of freaking me out a little bit. I feel like it sounds icky. I don't like that. I don't like the thought of it. So I'm putting off making that appointment to you guys. I'm being very responsible in regards to my health. Vet got 15, so that has 120, 130, 140, 150, $160 in there now. So we can, where's my yellow gone? Of course it would be the last one I try and grab. So what's this? That's 100, 140, so we can colour in 2 of these. My doggy has been doing much better, thankfully. He's off his painkillers now. And we haven't noticed any indications of pain or discomfort or anything like that. He's well and truly back to his regular self, jumping about everywhere and just generally being a nut. So phew, because he had us worried for a minute there. All right, so that is everything for binder number 1. And then we are moving on to our family binder. So family fun is just getting 20. So that has 200, 300, 320, 340, 345 in there. Clothes and shoes are getting skipped. I might try and top them up a little bit with golden paycheck, but we'll see. Hair is getting skipped. Beauty is getting skipped. Dates is getting skipped. House is getting a 20. I am a little bit worried about like our toaster. It doesn't, when you push the thing down for the toast to go down, it's having a hard time staying down. Like you kind of had to push it a few times for it to actually click and lock into place. So I'm a little bit worried that that may be on the way out. So we'll just start putting a little bit of money aside just in cases. School is getting 20. So that now has 20.45. I was at school with my daughter. It's been such a big week. I was at school with my oldest daughter yesterday because they are, it's like the subject selection time for VCE. It's so scary, you guys. It all feels very serious and scary. School books is getting 25. Yeah, so she's kind of just having to decide what it is that she wants to do. Which I thought she was really quite decided, but she's still a little bit on the fence about a few subjects, and she's only got 3 more weeks to choose. But I mean, in good news, most of the uni degrees that she's considering, their prerequisites are only English and maths, and she'll definitely do those regardless. So the rest of the subjects, I was trying to say to her, like, just do what you enjoy, because it doesn't really, if you don't need them as a prerequisite for what you want to do later, it really doesn't matter. Like, I know some subjects get scaled up and some get scaled down and all that sort of thing. She's a little bit worried about that stuff. I'm like, honestly, just don't even worry about it. I just feel like when I was a kid, year 12 was made out to be such a massive deal, and no one talks about how much flexibility you have later in life to change your mind, or even just swap uni degrees. Like I swapped 6 months into my first uni degree, I swapped out to a completely different, completely unrelated degree, and it wasn't a problem. It was totally fine. So yeah, I just feel like it's all a little bit over exaggerated how important it is, really. Like I know it is important to some extent, but it's not life or death stuff, guys. It's just really not. So $20, $40 and $50 now in school books and stationery. Oops, get in there. And then technology is getting a 10. So we start trying to beef these up a little bit. Okay, so that now has 10.25 in there. All right, and that is all for this binder for now. Now, birthdays in here are all being skipped because I gave them a pretty good boost at the start of the month. Gifts is going to get 10, so that now has 10, 20, 30, 35 and 40. We do need to start beefing this up a little bit because my brother-in-law is getting married in November, so we need to make sure we got plenty in there to get them a nice gift. Easter is being skipped, but Mother's Day is getting a 5. Whoops. So that now has 10, 15, 20, 25. So I won't colour one off because it's only kind of a half. Oops. Father's Day is also getting a 5, which I think means we can colour something off. So we've got 50, 60, 70 and 80 in there. Yeah, we can. Where's my... Is this pink or purple? I don't really know. It's kind of in between, isn't it? There we go. So that's got 80 in there, because that will sneak up on us before we know it, I'm sure. Okay, and then Halloween is also getting a 5. And that is all of our money gone already. It's incredibly how quickly that happens, isn't it? 20, 40, 50 and 60 in Halloween. I keep re-looking at our budget and rejigging things here and there because there are just some other categories that I really feel like I want to be able to contribute more to than I currently am. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. what was I going to say? Oh, mind blank. I hope you guys have a really lovely weekend. Hopefully the weather comes good for us Victorians. It's been super duper miserable lately. But yeah, I hope you've had a great week and I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for savings games. Yay! So we'll have another $300 going in there for our holiday. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.